Top it up.
It won't work though, PJ.
It won't work.
Oh, you guys are lucky. Okay, I better remember to unmute myself.
Bye.
Hello.
Yo, yo, yo. I hope you didn't just catch us chatting there, guys.
Yo, Flurs, how are you guys all doing? I'm glad you could make it today. It's good to see you guys. We have PJ Cruikshank and Michael Kahn in Ellemnet and Vicky. How are you guys doing? I had to interrupt you. But it's good to have you guys here. Want to appreciate you all for coming. So,
Yeah.
tonight's stream, I was watching a thing from Shawn Hawkins this morning. I downloaded where he tried to do a review on this debate
Hawkins,
with conspiracy cats. I thought, this might be just a good thing to go through again, because conspiracy cats literally just embarrassed himself really badly. And I know a lot of people didn't actually watch this debate, so I think a review would be in order to show what an embarrassment it is to be a globe defender.
Did they do the eyebrow kind of raise?
No. There's nothing to cover with him, because all he does is he stops it and he talks about a guitar, or he stops it and just says, "Nah, you're a moron." That's it. That's his rebuttal. You're just stupid. You're a moron. You're a flat earther.
I said no.
He always does the eyebrow. It doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember the last one you did with them, but I don't know if that's this one.
Chat should try again. 29 votes. Yes, 31%. No, 69%. Yeah, I would agree. You guys should say no, because if he embarrassed himself that so much the first time, I don't think he should try again. But you guys are going to see how bad it is. Do you remember how it went?
One where he says, "I had at the end of it, I had to be aggressive because I knew how you were going to come in." And
that's this one.
Yeah.
Where I brought the flat Earth proof and he brought the globe Earth proof. The one where he kept over talking me and he had the moderators white knighting for him the whole time and muting me. That one, exactly. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. I'm just going to say hi to everyone in chat quickly. Michael Kahn, good to see you. Chocolate Nico, hello. PJ Cruikshank, thank you for coming. It's me again. Glad you could make it. Awesome Lawson Clips. Always good to see you too. Groovy, thank you for coming. Foiled again, thank you for coming and leaving. I Circle Jerk of Enormous Proportions, good to see you too. The Price of Adam, hello. Glad you could make it. YouTube, always good to see you too. Paula, Bible You, it's great to have you in. Thank you for coming. Who else did I see in? I saw some more. Victoria, obviously, good to see you too. Matthew Eastman, glad to have you in, mate. Professor Harvester, glad to have you. Nathan Oakley, you may begin. Yes, so we're going to begin now. I'm glad you could make it. Massive delay. Really? If you guys have a delay, please let me know. I don't know what it would be the reason, but let me know in chat. Press 1 if there is a massive delay, or 2 if it's just maybe Nathan. But yeah, thanks guys for coming. Brian, Suka, good to see you too. The Jolly Man, good to have you in. And Jeff Gassed, hello. Okay, so we only have until 11 o'clock tonight. So we're going to have to start it, I guess. The issue is this week, the power is going to be more off than on. So I'm going to try my best to stream as I can this week for you guys. But yeah, we're going to try our best because the times are just insane. I can't start streaming at 1 a.m. in the morning when the power finally comes on. Let's put it that way. But I'm going to see if I can get some petrol and stuff as I can, just at least so we can have 1 or 2 streams.
Wow.
But yeah, South Africa's electricity's in the shithole. So, it's good to see you guys. Eric H, thank you for coming. Anra, Doctrinated, Carl Apple, and Alan Norstrand. Okay, guys, ready to go on? Okay, everybody's saying there's a massive audio delay. I don't know what would be the reason. Have you got a delay set up? Do you think it could just be from OBS side? Okay. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know what we're going to have to do with that. It might just be the internet. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
No. I got no delay set up at all. and I haven't done any updates, so I will try and play with it afterwards to see what we can do, if there is some change in settings somewhere. Okay, you guys ready to go?
Of honesty.
Okay.
This debate
I'm going to put it to where we actually start the debates.
I think
I
cigarette.
need to go before that.
There was an email exchange you can see on the screen.
What is it?
It's only a year ago.
The topic of the debate, you can see, was a
not- what's about 10, 11 months ago, I
of
think.
evidence for our, for flat Earth. Or
Honesty.
Both halves of
Flatzoid
age,
said
yeah.
to me, we're going to define what we mean by evidence. So rather than get into a big argument about it, we just decided to settle on what you can see.
He might be just put on a pound or two.
Look how young I look there.
Reproducible observations.
It's a
or
pen.
measurements
It's a pen.
to support or validate the idea that the Earth is flat, or in my case, the
Yeah.
Earth is globe, without contradicting other world observations. Right? That's what we decided to go with. Now, let me show you first of all how honest I can be. I can look at a picture like this, and I can honestly say,
Is there any reason
would
why
I
I
be
can't
able
hear
to
flat?
expect to see something like that on a flat Earth? Is
Maybe
that what
one.
I expect to see on a flat.
I can't hear out. Right.
I'm not talking. He's busy. What's happening now is he's busy doing his 10-minute presentation opening. And then it's going to be my 10-minute opening. So he's busy presenting his opening. He's showing...
Flat Earth.
What a picture of farmers
Yeah, so
field.
what he's doing, he's showing on screen pictures.
I think, yeah.
And then he's making bold
the
declarations
chart,
about
this
those
is you on the
pictures.
screen,
Absolutely.
not the-
And then calling me
Yeah.
dishonest while he's doing that.
All I can hear is us.
Yeah. That's practically his
This is the
opening.
same. Would I honestly be able to expect to see that on a globe Earth? 100%. But I'd also not be able to say I wouldn't expect that on a flat Earth. That's honesty. The clouds. Can I honestly say that it would only fit a globe Earth? No, I can't say that. Maybe I'd expect to see that on a flat Earth. All right, get the picture. Honesty. Then we might look at some wind turbines. Whoops, what's going on here? Not these wind turbines, because these wind turbines were taken from...
Yeah, Paula says you can only see
website I found
flats
about
on the screen,
future.
not the video.
Yeah, I can't even hear out. I can just hear you.
Yeah.
wind
Oh,
farm,
really?
these
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize I
wind
changed.
turbines put on for
Well, anyway,
a
he's
picture
got,
for future wind
you guys
farms,
can probably
'cause
see it
that's
now.
not actually what real wind
I really
farms
am
look like.
sorry,
Real
guys.
wind farms
No.
look like
No
this.
sound.
But anyway, it's not much to
No,
see. He
no, no.
showed some pictures of in a field,
That's
and
what
now
I'm
he's
saying.
showing wind turbines. Practically what he's saying.
I think it's sticky little kiddie fingers.
Can't you hear him?
I was watching him in front of
What?
camera.
Everybody's saying there's no sound. Okay,
Would
I'm
I
gonna end
expect to
there.
see
I
this?
have no
There
idea
we go,
why
yeah.
this is just
Yeah.
given.
Well, yes, of
because it
course
should
I
be
would
giving you
expect
guys
this.
all
And I will
the-
be asking Flatzoid in the debate, would you expect to see that on a globe? And I am expecting an honest answer.
They were
of
playing
yes.
around, yeah. That's the
And if I
issue.
don't get an honest answer of yes, if I hear somebody say no,
Okay,
I
let's
wouldn't
see this
expect to
again.
that on a globe, then we're going to really start to
Can you hear it
examine
now?
the honesty of the flat earther. Because that is exactly what I expect to see on a
Left,
globe.
right,
Would I
yeah.
expect to see that on a flat earth? Underwater wind turbine?
But if he were to say to me with that wind turbine picture, if that's what I'd expect on a globe, I'd say no, because it don't look no like you'd expect it to be.
But guys, I just want you to pay attention to what he's saying, okay?
That,
He's
that
just bringing
horizon
up
line must be a
pictures,
cliff.
making declarations that we would expect to see this on a globe. No, but that's the thing. He wants to play. No, but that's the But listen, what I'm saying. He wants it to be like, if you say no, then you're just dishonest.
You can't.
So
you
what I
can't
do
like
is I
go
say,
into
okay,
a
yeah,
debate
that's
and
fine.
say
What do you
if
expect
you don't
to see
agree
on
with
a
me,
globe?
then.
But it's
you know,
not the
that's-
proof presented. You're just making a declaration
That's it,
based on that
that's
photo.
it.
Hence, the Black Swan debunked this horizon, the physical horizon. But don't worry, in his own opening, he actually throws everything he brings up away.
Yeah.
You're just dishonest, yeah. But don't worry, this just gets worse though. Like I said, all these whole 10-minute openings, just throwing pictures, making claims, flat Earth, bringing up things and totally misrepresenting, and then my 10-minute opening he ignores totally and says
And then
I
at the end,
didn't
he
bring
goes on
anything.
about that. I had to be
Then you
aggressive
get this
'cause I knew
Johnny
that
O
would be
moron,
bad. I mean,
the
so
moderator,
it just shows you, it just
which
shows you
keeps
what he did.
muting me and stopping me from talking and let Cats talk the whole time and white knighting for him not constantly. And when I call him out on it, he says, no, that's not true. No, it's because he got triggered because he couldn't get anywhere with me. From his opening till the end, the guy literally got shown the back end of a stick. Let's put it that way. He got smacked around the room, left, right, and center. He didn't know which way to go. So he had to overtalk me because he had no argument. That's all he had. He had to try and get me triggered to let me leave. So you see, oh, he got triggered and he left, so therefore I won. That was his whole, how can I put it? His tactic, exactly.
Yeah.
Now everybody's saying they can hear you talking while I talk.
All right, I'll try that.
So that means it's Ellemnet. I'm going to stop Ellemnet, guys. You guys are going to more go into YouTube or something, because I don't think Ellemnet's working really well tonight. It'll be fine. And then I'm going to go out of Ellemnet and come back in. How's that? Okay, you guys too. Okay, shot. Guys, yeah, sorry about this. I don't know what's going on. Ellemnet is just not working with us tonight.
Ellemnet seems fine to me. I don't...
But it's good to have you all here. Thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. You guys rock. And I really apologize for all the technical difficulties now. For some odd reason.
Try again.
You can hear me, Michael? Okay. Let's hope.
Stirring up the fish. No, I would
Yeah, but
not.
it's on YouTube that it's
So
giving
I
the
will
delay.
absolutely 100%
So it's like we got delay
be,
between
asking
each other
Flatzoid,
on
hold this
Ellemnet
fire.
that's
Would he
causing it
expect
to
see
show
that? Yes
delay
or
on
no?
YouTube.
Be honest.
Something like that.
Would
Whoop.
I expect
Okay,
to
let's
see
try this again.
On a globe?
The second
Hell
time.
yes, of course I would.
Third
Would
time,
expect
fourth
to
time,
see
I
it
don't
on a
know.
flat
Let's
Earth?
go on.
No. And all I'm going to be asking Flatzoid is the same thing. Are you honest enough to say, yes, if the Earth was a globe, that's exactly what we would expect to see? Or are you going to somehow try and avoid answering the question? Would I expect to see that, an underwater city, and half the sun underwater on a globe? Hell yes, that is exactly what I expect to see on a globe. Would I expect to see it on a flat Earth? No. But I will be asking Flatzoid directly, would you expect to see that on a globe? And we will see whether Flatzoid can be honest and say, yes, that is it, you know.
Look how unimpressed I look, guys. Hey QWERTY, thank you for coming. No offense, but isn't being destroyed by merely appealing your entire MO? Yeah, if your name is Conspiracy Cats. As you would see when we actually have the debate, you would see the guy, even with the white knighting from the moderators,
Since that night, I haven't
had
seen
nothing.
or heard of him.
Absolutely bugger all. So yeah. This is the reason I was actually so happy, because he came out of retirement apparently to debate me and then got his ass handed to him, and I haven't really seen him.
Are you a
debate since
researcher
then.
who
I
wants to
wonder why.
open a new lab?
Let's do some
Weird
science
how that
stuff.
works.
Right, and I apologise to have pinched this off Twitter. I don't know who you are. Please let me know and I'll give you a shout out for this. But what a fantastic meme. If we look, you know, at the sunset on a globe, this is exactly what I would expect to see on a globe. This is what
New
we see.
lab?
We see the sun go
Ooh.
down behind the horizon. That's exactly what we would expect to see if the Earth was a globe. Would I expect to see this on a flat Earth? No. We would obviously expect to see this kind of weird moving away in the distance. Right.
I expect to say yes if on a globe. You know, why would you say yes? You don't know what it would look like on a globe because we're not on a globe.
I do apologize for his very boring opening, though. It is quite
Come
boring.
back to that later on. Would I
Because he
expect to
just
see
keeps
this if
saying
Earth
the
was a
same
globe?
thing over and over. Would
Hell
we
yes,
expect to
of
see
course
this?
I
Would we
would. And I'll
expect
be
to see
asking
this? Would we
Flatzoid
expect to
this
see
question.
this?
If the Earth was a
And,
globe, would you expect to see that? And obviously anybody who is looking at half an oil rig missing behind an horizon would say, yeah, that's exactly what you'd expect
So yeah,
to see
it's
if the Earth was a globe.
practically all he says.
That's what I mean. As some like delay setting being caught or something. Has everybody tried refreshing YouTube?
They're saying my audio is delayed, guys. I don't know. Then it has to be... No, I mean, then it has to be from my OBS or something. I don't know, because... Properties... Yeah, guys, everybody press F5 quickly. Press F5 quickly and see what it's going to do, please. Maybe that will help if you press F5 to see if it's going to reset everything for you. Maybe it's just the YouTube thing. Because
this
on
video you're
Ellemnet, we hear
reviewing
each
now
other
is
perfect. I hear everything
newer
perfect
than
my side
one
as
that you
well.
did
I don't have
yesterday.
any delays at
Yeah.
all. My signal also shows very
How's
well,
about-
strong.
How's about ballers stop complaining?
No, if you're coming into a Flat Earth channel, a
hey,
channel
Mr.
that's
Sparkles,
not
thank you
yours,
for
then
coming.
whinging about what's on.
Yeah, exactly. This is only 10 months ago.
Looks like the delay is about 2 years old. Oh, you're funny, Mr. Sparkles.
No, but they don't want this to be shown.
possibly.
They don't want to show their beloved
Maybe.
conspiracy cats giving his ass handed to him. That's why. You see, I think the thing they're thinking there's a delay is because they don't see any movement of me on the screen there.
Not this.
But they hear me
Right, where they look
talking.
like they've been melted. Any flat
Maybe they
earther
don't
who's
get we
bringing
are
this
reviewing a
temporary
debate
image
from a
as
year
their
ago.
primary source, rather than what it normally looks
Okay,
like. is
let's
being
carry on.
dishonest.
Look, he literally
This
threw
is
his
what I
own
would
argument
expect
away
to
when he
see
brought this
on a
up.
globe
The
with
Black Swan.
refraction. If you can show me that picture without any refraction whatsoever, then maybe we can start talking about flat Earth. Would you expect to see on a flat Earth 200 meters of missing mounting? No, you wouldn't. You would expect to see that exactly on a globe. And again, I'll be asking Flatzoid, is this what you'd expect to see on a globe? Hundreds of meters of mountain below sea level.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's a
See, I'm even
Atlantis
nodding.
conversion back to globe pick, isn't it? That's what you said.
No, that goes against the globe.
The-
We've shown
Yeah,
this.
the
We've shown this
problem
many
is
times. That's a
if you
black
have to
swan
think
against
on
the globe. It's not
YouTube,
what you should
people
see on a
can't
globe.
watch it, can
But the
they?
guy's so stupid he doesn't get how that is. Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
any delay settings?
Yeah,
like,
Paul,
you know,
I have
there's
no
some
idea why I'm
that
out of
it's
sync
been
on
caught.
YouTube. I wish I had.
Can't
answers.
understand
Well, should I end the debate, the stream, and start again? I don't know if that's going to even help.
About a 10-second delay, all it says.
No, nothing. That's what I said. There's no
Wow.
delay settings, nothing. It's literally just giving shit for no reason. It's just one of those times. I mean, playback speed even on me is fine. Well, I want to quickly see. Should I end the debate, the stream, and start again? I don't know if that's going to even help. 10 seconds.
About a 10-second delay, all it says.
No, nothing. That's this is just crazy. Again, I apologize for this. Yeah, look there. Wow, that is bad. What the hell? Lily, Hey,
Because if you've never
the
been to
dog's busy
Blackpool, this is the big
emptying
one
the
here.
water
My
bottle
family just
off
come
the
back from
water
Blackpool.
bowl. She's
You're on
scratching it all
sea.
over the floor.
You know, we're literally just above sea level.
Okay,
here.
guys, I'm sorry about the
200
delay.
meters
It's
of
just gonna have to
mountain
be that way
below
with the
that sea
stream,
level.
unfortunately.
That's all been gone into
As
before.
long as you guys can just keep up
Would we
and
expect
listen
to see
what's
Star
going
Trek
on,
a
hopefully that's
stationary
going to
planet?
work.
No. Would we expect to see star trails like this at the equator? No. All right.
Flatzoid.
On a
People are asking for you to restart. Like I don't.
Maybe restart and all fix it. Yeah. Okay.
There's no point
See you
carrying it
guys
on
in a
if people
few
can't
seconds.
follow
Hopefully it
like,
works.
Waste of time.
Stop streaming. Okay, start streaming. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Let's try again. Okay, guys, I'm streaming again.
Hopefully it's
I
good.
hope it's working
Hopefully
now.
it's good.
You guys can hear me perfect now. Please let me know.
100%.
You guys are good mods. I really appreciate all your support. Please tell me it's working now. I did
No, we
restart.
Will we expect
Hello,
to see
hello.
the spherical shadow
there any
of the
delays
Earth
now,
during the lunar
guys?
eclipse if the Earth was a globe? Hell yeah, absolutely. Will Flatzoid be honest enough to say
Okay,
yes,
I'm gonna
that's
play
exactly
it
what we
on to
expect
see if we can.
if the Earth was a globe?
100%,
Or will
Paula.
we try
Exactly.
and not answer that
Good to have
question?
you, skeptic.
Would we expect to see
Okay,
the moon
let's try this
upside down
again.
in different hemispheres if the Earth
Playing.
was a globe? Well, yes, of course we would. Only a dishonest person would say, no, we wouldn't expect to see that. Would we expect to see the solar analemma if the Earth was stationary? Of course we would. Okay, I'll come back to some of these images later on. They're just some observations.
Still audio delay. Then I have no idea what the issue is, guys. I wish
Oh,
I
fine
could
for
tell you
us,
what's
like-
going on, but I have
Yeah.
no
It's-
idea.
it's been, oh,
Tonight is just one of those nights, I guess. The gremlins of streaming.
definitely stop.
So I
streaming.
apologize in the meantime again. I think let's
Everybody
just go
get
on
an
with the
Ellemnet.
stream because
Fucking
we only
fine
have till
over
11 o'clock.
Get your
Is that
butts in
fine?
Ellemnet.
Just
can hear
try and
just fine.
keep up. I don't know.
You can hear it all right, Ryan, did you say?
Yeah, not
Yeah, but
in
I'm
here,
always
right?
Yeah,
on
this-
it.
I
I'm
did
not on
stop
YouTube.
streaming.
Yeah, I
All
don't know.
right. Okay, got you, got you.
Let me. I want to. How's it going?
Well, my studio doesn't look like that. It's got nothing in it.
I want. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm just quickly going into my studio on
terrible
YouTube, and I want to
TV,
see
right.
something there
I
quickly.
know, that's why I did that. That's why I did that little
Oh,
space
this is
video
really,
from
really
that little
sucky.
one where I was in the ISS.
Okay,
Did it from
content.
that. I
Is it
didn't-
possible that your I was gonna say, is it possible that your internet
I-
is just slow or
See if there's
something,
some
or
settings
maybe
or something
like
from
that's causing
YouTube itself.
PC? Well, we all know the internet's been acting up.
Yeah,
Oh, slow mods for
could
chat,
be.
though, innit?
Could just be
chat.
the internet itself.
I mean, have you got like a
yeah,
sound,
there's
a
customization,
delay
let's see.
in OBS though?
Live chat. See there, it's
Alright.
not. See, it's not on slow mode. There's no slow mode set. Nothing. It's set how we always have it. Yeah, for chat. Yeah, but I mean, there's like nothing set for anything. No, there's nothing. I don't even know how to set a delay in OBS. Settings. Audio.
Your
Don't think
OBS
we
need
can,
updating.
Sample rate, everything's the same. Monitoring, normal. There's nothing. Output. Okay. Could it be this? Could it be the? I wonder if it's the encoder preset that's doing this. Yeah. No, not going to be that. Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
How did these settings
The audio
get changed?
bitrate.
I don't understand.
What should the audio bitrate be, guys? Because I wonder if that's changed. Let me quickly go on the internet, hop on to check what the audio bitrate is. Because I think it's 160. No. Better audio bitrate OBS 3 to 320. For P20, 192 is good enough. Okay. So it's too low. My audio bitrate's too low, guys. So
Yeah.
it's set itself.
I don't want to be a
I'm gonna
pain,
set it a
like,
bit higher. I'm gonna
we
put it
don't have to
192.
restart there for them settings
Apply.
to apply.
Okay. Please tell me it's working now, guys. That's the only thing it could be is the audio bitrate. So we're going to try again. Press 1 in chat if it is fine. Press 2 if it's still giving a delay. I'm trying.
The
Sorry,
definition
people.
we came to was observations and measurements. Right, here's some measurements. I knocked this graph up earlier on with a felt tip pen and a
If you just
Charles
apply it,
ruler.
usually just
And it shows. If we
goes
look
on.
at the
Otherwise, I
bottom,
can go out of OBS
increments
and try again.
Of 10 degrees.
But let's
of
first see if it's
latitude.
fixed.
And then we
Okay,
plot
let's go.
the apparent.
It is weird.
Yeah,
how
I just set it to 192 first, so we'll see if that works. Okay, number 2. So it's still the same. Okay, then I don't know. We'll just carry on like it is. Sorry, people. Tonight is just going to be a very delayed stream, I guess. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna take my webcam and whoop, do it this way. Webcam. Is that going to make it easier? There we go. Just no webcam
angle
tonight,
of
guys.
Polaris in the sky. We see that it forms a linear relationship,
okay.
something that's obviously only possible on Earth.
Maybe that might make it a bit easier so it doesn't seem too out of sync. Like I'm talking and you don't see me. Maybe that helps a bit with the audio to visual for everybody. Let's try.
Everybody who's done high school maths.
Yeah.
I mean, in what way is that showing? What's it supposed to be showing?
Yeah, so
like?
trigonometry, Sakatoa, mate. Nice, he got a trigonomic function. He's literally showing flat Earth trigonometry here, guys, and saying it's globe based. It's showing a linear function for latitudes on Earth, and he's saying, you see, it means globe, while he's showing float baselines and a trigonomic function.
So you're talking
of the opposite
talking
and
of
adjacent
video
relationships. Really sad.
I'd have to listen to YouTube myself, see what's going
Yeah,
on.
I know.
I'm
They're
gonna
saying it's
drop
not
out
you
and have a
guys out of
listen.
sync. It's only me out of sync. I wish I had answers. Okay, I've plugged my audio box in and out. Maybe that will work.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop out and just have a listen on YouTube.
Okay, shot.
See what's going on.
Knows that that's all very, very, very basic stuff. Okay? And here's where the honesty comes from.
Alan, maybe
Because when I see
Globers,
flat earthers talk about
Alan, maybe Globers can understand better with the delay.
Yeah.
the linear relationship of Polaris, they come up with
Mr.
absolute
Sparkles thinks
drivel
it's a
like
weird
this.
broadcast from the future, and
They
maybe
come
this
up with
is the
graphs.
one.
This
He's
is a
talking
graph
to
that
it
a
me
flat
again.
earther put on YouTube. To try and
This
claim
is the one. It's always the one.
Yeah.
Polaris showed some kind of would have a linear relationship with distance from the North Pole on Earth. There is no scale, there is no understanding, it's just random lines. I don't even know what that is. And it's good that we're getting close to Halloween because this is
I
absolutely
don't know.
horrific.
Did you just drop out for a minute?
Look at this with
No.
actual numbers
No,
and
it-
You're talking
Is it-
over the video.
Okay, I just can't hear the video. That's all.
Again.
No, I can't hear it. No,
I can't hear you.
I didn't think anything was on. I thought we were just in a standstill because I couldn't hear anything, and all I could see was a chat.
What is going
A
on?
graph, not a chart.
Well, I think this might be the internet, guys. I think tonight it might just be my internet.
I agree. I think it's probably latency.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what I. Right. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
We listening?
Well, listen.
Michael?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We said we're listening.
It sounded alright to me. PJ were talking about video, but that was because PJ said he couldn't hear video.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. But
So-
other than that, it didn't seem too bad to me. Like,
Okay, let's just try again. PJ, don't talk over the video.
Actual intervals, and look at this with a series of randomly drawn lines that my daughter could do if she spilt her paint on the carpet. This was awful, and I think that was Flatzoid. Right, now I can do that game as well. I can draw a graph with absolutely no scale, right, and absolutely no text, and even this is better at trying to explain these observations than this that we're looking at the screen now. How long have we got left, Johnny? No, did you hear that? How long have we got? No. Okay. So, I'm looking for a bit of honesty for somebody to say, okay, yeah, actually, I didn't really understand. 2 minutes. I didn't really understand what was going on there. The same flat earther. When we talk about observations, I'm going to be talking about sextants. We're going to be talking about celestial navigation. The same flat earther, instead of being honest and saying, I don't really know anything about sextants, said this. You can look at
Look at my face there. You see here, he's already taking things into consideration. Remember when I said notice the angle is a right angle? I was talking about the guy holding the sextant. But because he was showing the sextant and it's showing the vertex there, they took it as, oh, you're saying that's a 90-degree angle. So I made a video straight after that saying, sorry, it probably came out wrong. You misunderstood what I was saying. The guy standing holding the sextant is 90 degrees, the GP. And they took it as I'm saying that segment, the 60 degree, is the 90 degree. But this is how dishonest the people have to be. But yeah, exactly. All the baselines he's talking about is flat.
the transcripts at the bottom. Talking about the index arm.
No.
Note
Where did I say index arm there, guys? Arm which changes angle. That's that. Notice the angle is a right angle. That was talking about the guy standing there. This is why I say they take things totally out of context and try and misrepresent what the argument is.
Notice the angle is a right angle. We've got the vertex label. Notice the angle is a right angle. Look at that vertex, right up here. Obviously, it's not a right angle. It's a 60-degree angle. This vertex can only happen with straight right angles. Clearly, somebody who doesn't know what they're talking.
This angle can only happen with straight right angles. Get it?
Well, he said the truth.
So I was telling the guy standing is the 90-degree angle holding a sextant at a horizontal. So you can't get that angular reading from the sextant without the 90 degree. That's what I was trying to say. But you notice how they try and manipulate what I say and say I said the 90 degree, this is a 90 degree. That's not what I said. So they take your words and they try and totally misrepresent what you said. And this is... yeah?
Sorry. I was just going to say, this is all a real school teacher can do. You know, like, this isn't debating, this is like just being a dick.
That's all.
Yeah.
He's trying to misrepresent what I said.
That's not debating. That's just trying to cause arguments for argument's sake. You know, just a tactic, sneaky tactic.
They say they think the thing is in sync again. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, but anyway, this is how dishonest the guy is. He wants to, you know what this is called? Poisoning the well fallacy. So why would you go and poison the well fallacy in an opening to a debate, guys? Would that mean because you know you're threatened by the person and you have no argument?
Well, you certainly know that anyway, because he as much as admits it at the end that he was threatened.
They're saying everything's right now with the sound and everything. So it just came right. Okay. I'm happy. Okay, but let's carry on.
Talking about giving their opinion on celestial navigation. Are they going to be honest and say, actually, I didn't know what I was talking about? Or are they going to lie?
Look there, right angle is the 90, aka the person uses the right angle to do the trig. The sextant itself is a acute angle. right line geometry, aka no curved line. I think that's very straightforward, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
So the guy's so dumb, he puts on what I put there, and he still has the audacity to say I was wrong. But I literally have there written what I was saying. What an idiot.
Even though they deliberately labelled the vertex, labelled the angle, and we can see by the transcript they're clearly talking about this angle, or are they going to lie and say they're talking about a 90-degree angle between the ground and the person who stood up holding the sextant? Something which isn't mentioned in the video whatsoever. Okay? Because if you're going to comment on celestial navigation, I want you to be honest enough to tell me that you understand it, because those observations only prove the globe. What else proves a globe is when something falls behind the curvature of the Earth. When it falls behind...
You see, we even have FTF off in the background.
What's your school teacher of?
He's supposed to be a science teacher, as far as I know.
Right, so that makes him then a teacher of celestial now. He knows as much as next man.
Baldy Cats doesn't know anything about celestial navigation at all. The guy's a moron. I mean, you're going to see even in the debate now, especially when I give my opening and then his rebuttal to anything I bring, he literally brings nothing other than, nah, you didn't present anything.
Yeah, but you get it like with Phil Bell and all the thing, because he's a so-called professor in physics or whatever it claims to be. That also automatically makes him an expert in celestial navigation. Like, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's idiotic. I mean, Wally showed with his presentation right angle trigonometry.
He sailed, right?
Yeah.
behind the curvature of the Earth. We could follow this and we'll see the splash happens when this object, we all know what we're talking about here, the splash will happen when this object is somewhere a couple of inches below the surface. When it hits, then we see the splash, but it doesn't occur when we're on that red line. But what a flat earther might do is recognize that and then delete that.
Signal step. Katz had to give up flat earth because he finally had to admit what plasma regeneration is. Don't worry, that's still going to come later in the debate. It was really sad. I even brought a video out about the plasma regeneration for him, telling me I'm talking stupid, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then I made a video explaining with other people saying exactly what I said. Really weird. Nope, he's never been legit. Exactly, skeptic.
Curvature, tell nobody that curvature was deleted, and then claim, oh, thank you, Red Rhetoric, for proving the curve of the Earth. So honesty is something I'm really, really going to push home. The last thing I'm going to say, and it is the last thing, and I know I'm pushing my time here, is I want to look at this comment here. Flatzoid needs to be honest and tell everybody that his observations are all about his belief in God. We can see it right here. God is supernatural. Science is only for nature and not for the supernatural.
And that is your time.
To me, no.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through this many times.
Yeah.
The Bible is not scientific, okay? Although the Bible does validate what we see in scientific and natural law, okay? I was a globe-believing Christian most of my life, so therefore the Bible did not dictate if I was a flat earth or not. The Bible didn't bring me to flat earth. I just, once I become a flat earther, read the Bible in a different light, and it opened a whole different window to understand, this is what I'm actually reading. Okay? It's just validation. That just gives me more validation that God's word is real, because it literally goes with what we observe in reality. Now he's trying to put it on, the only reason I'm a flat earther is because I'm a Christian, because the Bible says, and that's not the truth. That's not true.
Yeah, it's the same as me. I was a Christian before I became a flat earther.
And I became a Christian after I realised Earth was flat. I mean, it's different for everybody.
Exactly.
No.
I suppose there's some flat Earth atheists knocking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I suppose there is. I don't know how you get that. Like,
I don't like it, but you know,
yeah, there is.
there's always a mixed bunch, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Silas, good to see you all the way from Brazil. Glad to have you here. By the way, they're still claiming that there's no Brazilian flat earthers. It's all just made up. Yeah, no Indian flat earthers, No South African flat earthers. Hello, here I am. It's
Wait,
really
hold
sad.
on. That's not true.
We all just paid actors, guys.
Crazy.
We're all just shills. Every single one of
where's
us.
my paycheck then?
Yeah, I mean, Michael's my boss. He still hasn't given me a cent. What's going on?
We don't get nothing. Not a thing.
I'm poorest gaffer out there.
Hey, Glenn Sells, good to see you. Yeah, it's crazy.
Time. All right.
Okay, let's see if we can go through my presentation without
Remove
me
your
interrupting.
presentation, please.
But I want you guys just to listen to the words I'm saying. And then you're going to listen to his rebuttal to what I said. It's insane.
All right. Flatzoid, whenever you are ready, you have 10 minutes.
This is for my presentation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to share my screen, obviously, but I did at least prepare something. Okay. First, we have to establish what we observe and how we interpret what we see. Our perspective is the main driving force on how we deduce the reality presented to us. From the age of having understanding, you are bombarded with a worldview that's foundations is rooted in having a perspective on life that is set to you. This means that you are shown images, art, and fed narratives of the globe that is reality. You are taught to just accept it, and what taught in schools and institutions is just fact. You are not taught to think for your own and take logical deduction to what is presented as reality. When you open a book, you see a globe. When you turn on the television, you see a globe. You get songs of space and travel and fantasy way beyond one's imagination. You are conditioned to trust the government and to trust any authoritative figure. When you were in school, did the education system teach you how to think logically, or to accept the narrative based on the proposition that it is logic? Let's take a look at an example. When you are sitting, lying down or standing at this moment in time, do you experience any movement of the ground beneath your feet? We are taken to a faith-based deduction on what we are taught, not what you observe. We are told the earth is moving under our feet. We are told that we should not experience the movement because of its magnetic size. Is this what we really observe? When you look outside, what do you see? Do you see the sky moving overhead, or do you perceive the ground and yourself to be moving? You see, this perception is based on your programming. You observe no movement, but you just accept it to be moving. You observe the sky to be moving, but you just accept it as a trick of your eyes. It's the ground moving. Or you are not taught that it was the ground moving. You would even come to this conclusion. Would you come to this conclusion if you were taught it was not the ground moving? You are hardwired to follow the perspective prescribed to you without question. So this brings to me my first evidence for flat earth. Yes, I am labeled a flat earther, all because of the flat earth society. I tell you now, I live on a stationary horizontal plane. Even though we get all fed and controlled opposition narrative based on upward accelerating space pizza, which is nonsense, I boldly take the flat earth stigma, all because I know I would rather trust my senses than trust the worldview based on faith rooted in a religion of Jesuits. So evidence number one, we experience a stationary plane. We do not experience the movement of the ground, but the sky above us. Now the opponents will bring up man-made mechanisms like the focal pendulum to appease their correlations. This unfortunately is the puddle we sit in. The globe is based on faith and is branched and is trenched in pseudoscience, masquerading as science, just to fit the correlative bias. Evidence number two, the globe first has to assume after measurements are based off of a horizontal plane. We can observe daily that the horizontal is only optical and far surpasses the narrative of the set radius for the globe. We can demonstrate things vanishing bottom up on flat surfaces, hence on my channel many times and many others, with angles that are limited and other optical phenomena like refraction and so forth. It's all optical and can be shown to be this every day. The curve, however, must be geographic, and this is set physically. This means it has no room to change. As soon as you evoke optical effects that change the geometry of the so-called heliocentric model, you have thrown the heliocentric radius under the bus. Hence the black swan. Also note, why my so-called 11 frames is such a devastating argument. I love when the globe defenders bring it up because it's a concession that the curve is not physical, but only optical. Hence, removing the inferior mirage is cry that I took away the curve. The measurements are then calculated into the globe from the horizontal and stationary measurements. So if it was a globe, why then would we first measure the stationary horizontal plane to then transform it into a globe? Why then would you require calculations like the Haversine formula if it was a globe? What is level? Well, when we look at definitions of level, we see it means flat, horizontal, no curve with no part higher or lower. Yet, we still find a contradiction creeping in some translations like the Merriam-Webster dictionary, after stating that it is flat, horizontal and not curving, still at the end tells us to have the balls to level is a curve of the earth. If you do not see the contradiction, then I'm afraid you have successfully been indoctrinated. Places we observe to be flat. Large bodies of water at rest, like the Suez Canal, many thousands of kilometers of level water. Or how about the Nile River that flows only one direction, that is also level and contradicts having a new tangent going down from your feet at every direction? Or how about many salt flats, or the railways that show no curve? Evidence number 3 would be the fact we have gas pressure. How does this apply? Well, simply first, what is gas pressure? It's the force exerted by the gas on the surface of a container, surface wall of a container. Now we get to the argument, but we have pressure gradients. Where is your container? That's so dishonest. We also get fed the spoon-fed of faith-based gravity. The contradictions of gravity faces the fact that it's never been anything other than correlative-based and is enough to point out something supported by natural law, which is flat earth-based. Flat earth based is based on the second law of thermodynamics and doesn't violate it. Gravity violates that. We can demonstrate every day you require containment to have gas pressure, and we can demonstrate gas pressure gradients based on the behavior of gas in containment. Gravity is not seen as a force and thus invalidates F equals ma to compound the argument that it is a force held to hold gas down. I have yet to see any demonstration of gravity hold down gas inevitably. I, however, have seen the countless demonstrations of gas being brought in containment, then dispersing into the surrounding system. While I hope I made it clear to you that based on my perspective, that evidence is very clear why I say it's a stationary horizontal plane. I hope you really understood these statements and take deep thought into how you perceive reality, as it's all based on how you choose to be honest with yourself. Thank you. Did I really have to go forward now? But what do you guys have to say? What did I say there? You guys would agree it's very simple what we talk about?
You did great, but I wish you didn't have to read it from a paper because it doesn't sound as good when you're not saying it.
I was very unprofessional. But I was trying to convey a message there through that.
Oh, you got it through. I'm just saying, it's just too bad that you know what I'm saying, because you have to read it because there's so much there and you have to make sure you covered it. But yeah, it would be great if you could do it without it. That'd be great.
Yeah. Look, I've from that thing, I have advanced a lot in my debate skills and stuff. So if he failed that badly when I wasn't really debating, imagine what would happen to him now. So anyway, I made 3 points. First point was evidence for flat Earth. 1 was we observe a stationary Earth. Evidence number 2 presented, large bodies of water are, when are found at rest, always lie level, flat. Third one was gas pressure requires containment. Those are my 3 arguments I presented. Those are evidences for flat Earth. And you're going to see what his rebuttal to this is. It's really sad. But let me just see if I can find the place where it went off. To hold gas down.
The agreement that I showed you.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it's going to go.
All right. Mollycats, when you are ready, you have 10 minutes to provide your rebuttal.
Now listen to his rebuttal, guys. This is insane. This is supposed to be a science teacher that is having a rebuttal to my opening I just gave, guys. Tell me if this is by any means showing any way honesty and having any how can I put it, an IQ higher than a tuna fish.
10 or 5?
10.
10, no, brilliant, 10. Right.
He knows he's lost already.
Give you a handicap and put you at 5.
No, you're right. Thank you. I'll take as long as you prefer to give me. So, just let me know when my time's starting. Okay. So that was brilliant. If we look back to the agreement that I showed you, and I showed you deliberately at the beginning of the debate, the agreement was I will bring 3 observations or 3 measurements that will validate the fact that the Earth is a globe. Flatzoid should bring the same. And surprise, surprise, he didn't bring anything at all, apart from trying to somehow debunk the arguments that support the idea as a globe.
You guys hear that?
That's idea, isn't it?
So I didn't bring anything, people.
Nothing.
I just literally told you the 3 steps, told you why, and I didn't bring anything.
Unbelievable.
As opposed to a few photographs that actually prove flat Earth.
Yeah, all he did was look at this photo. I say it's a globe, so therefore it's a globe.
So what were these measurements that he brought then, like photos?
He just brought photos of people. I mean, those photos you find every day on the internet, and it just says, "Look, it means globe."
Yep.
I give an argument. I say, what is it about, and I explain why, and he just says I didn't present anything.
I'm glad he's not teaching my kids.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'd have a red flag if my child was in his class.
And to be honest, Flatzoid, you've got to sit there and question yourself. You've had nearly 2 weeks to plan for this debate, and you failed to bring a single piece of evidence, a single piece of observation. And yet again, if we look...
Failed to bring single piece of evidence, single piece of observation.
Wow. Unbelievable.
He wasn't listening, obviously.
He obviously wasn't listening.
It's crazy.
What we've got on screen here, yet again, you want to talk about gas pressure rather than bring actual observations. Why can't you bring an observation that you would expect to see if the Earth is flat? I did it very easily, and I'm going to spend a lot of my time going over that because you've left me nothing to refute at all. What we see on screen here are what I like to call 3 levels of gas pressure. I just made that up. Hope you like it. Right here at the very bottom is what I teach 11-year-old children, Flatzoid. 11-year-old children.
What does it say, you guys? Under atmospheric pressure, okay? Gas pressure is caused when gas particles hit the walls of their container. The more often the gas particles hit the walls, the faster they are moving. When they do this, the higher the pressure. This is why the pressure in the tire or balloon goes up when the air is pumped in. And
Bingo was his name. Oh.
We didn't even really get into gas pressure because he saw red as soon as I started talking about it, because I was getting him into gas law, and he didn't like that much. The guy's a wussy. He's a coward.
There's an easy way to prove.
Yeah.
There's an easy way to prove whether or not what you're seeing over from front to back, from your distance to the distance farther out. There's a way to know whether or not that's curved or not. You just go 2 miles the other direction, look at yourself from a 90-degree angle, and you can see that from left to right, it's perfectly flat. It's real simple. There is no argument.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, he debunks his own argument in his own citation he's bringing up.
We Google gas pressure, right? When we're in year 7 and 8, and we have a look about it, and we talk about it, and might show them diagrams like, oh, this here, or look at that. That's something I designed for some kids, some children. Flatzoid. Children. We take our Google, and this is our key stage 3. It's our child's introduction to gas pressure. And you never seem to come off this level. Everything you say is about, oh, we need a container for gas pressure, because your source for that are quotes like you see down here at level number C, right? Or level number C, letter number C. A child's understanding.
Shame, poor guy. Yeah, that's all he has. He has to be condescending because he wants to try and seem like he's got the high road here, you understand? It's part of poisoning the well fallacy. You're trying to make the other person look as stupid as possible.
He's claiming you're at what? Junior school level.
Yeah.
And he's teaching junior school level.
Yeah.
You know what they said?
I was going to mention that it's easy to fool kids.
And you know what they say? Those who teach.
It keeps emphasizing children.
But don't you think? Don't you know what's funny though? He's having a concession here without realizing it. This is what I teach the children. Gas pressure requires a container, correct?
Yeah.
So he's conceding containment without realizing it because he's trying to be undermining and trying to say I'm stupid.
Well, look, just look at what he says, right? So if they're teaching kids that you need containment for gas pressure, and then later on they're teaching you not, then you're lying to kids.
Exactly. Why are you lying to kids,
You know
cats?
what I mean? But principle's same. If you teach a kid pressure requires containment, then it's always going to require containment, no matter how old you get.
Always.
But I mean, let's put. He doesn't realize C is the building blocks for B, which is the building blocks for A. All three of them require containment. Even his atmospheric pressure, it has the gas laws in them. Even the ideal gas laws, which is atmospheric based, requires containment. It has Boltzmann's constant in there for a reason, because of Avogadro's law. It works off of Dalton's law, which is the partial pressures in the system. The guy's a moron.
And he's being condescending you while he mistakes a letter for a number.
But you see, that's what he wants to do. He wants to try and paint me as this idiotic, ignorant guy. And then when we want to talk about it, then he just wants to dismiss it so he doesn't have to answer for his idiotic statements. Note all he's doing this whole stream, the whole debate, is just saying, you this, you that, you this, you that. And lying straight on saying I'm not presenting anything. Instead of actually rebutting. You're going to see when we actually get to the rebuttal stage that he doesn't even let me talk. He literally obfuscates the whole time. And that moron of a Johnny Q, whatever his debate moderator was, keeps on muting me when I'm talking and then telling me to answer him.
Yeah, this is the worst part of when you have a debate and there's some Nimrod that doesn't know how to be.
Yeah, this
you
guy.
have to let everybody talk.
This Johnny O was not a moderator's a foot, and he was so biased it wasn't even funny.
But in reality, where we actually try and understand science, where we actually try and understand what a linear relationship is, we try and understand what a right angle is, where we try and educate ourselves and speak from an educated perspective rather than just Googling stuff and making crap up. In the real world, we move on from this 11-year-old's understanding and we learn about atmospheric pressure, and then at the higher levels of science here, understanding atmospheric pressure and behavior in terms of entropy. Fantastic paper. I suggest that you read it.
Skeptic, thank you very much for your super chat that day.
We need a pressure, we need a container for any kind of gas pressure, because it's a mantra that you have. You only have a mantra. You have no dome to point at. You have no...
Yeah, guys, please hit the likes and share the show. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Notice how he thinks weather systems makes a point for him. Not understanding we live in a dynamic system. I mean, I could have told him this was, okay, you're trying to project your ignorance onto me by saying this is what you teach 11-year-olds, without understanding how weather systems work, aka the same system.
Contain. You have a religious belief, as we showed in the opening statement. You have a religious belief that science is only for nature and not for the supernatural. So it's okay for you not to understand stuff because your God can then come and just defy science. But here's what I brought, right? I actually brought, Flatzoid, observations that we would expect on a globe. You brought none. You talk about the stationary Earth. What are you expecting is going on here? Do you expect these thousands of stars are all dancing in the sky around our head?
Dancing.
All in line with each other to make it look as though the Earth is moving? Or is it more...
Sorry, when you guys look in the sky, do you see the Earth moving or the sky moving?
I see the sky.
Yeah.
That's what you are.
Yeah, so where does this guy fall out the bus by saying they're dancing around to make it look like the Earth is moving? Is this guy okay?
He's obviously not. I think his brains feel like his ears that morning.
You definitely don't observe the ground ever to move. It's always the sky moving. That's what we observe. And we measure this 15 degrees an hour movement, don't we not? Yeah, it's weird how that works.
More likely that actually the Earth is just spinning? Is it likely that the fact that we see two of these, one at the north and one at the south, is actually the Earth is a sphere, especially when we see this at the equator? Or is it the fact that they're like little fireflies who've been trained by Eric Dubé flying around the Earth in a certain pattern just so you could stand there and say, well, obviously the Earth is stationary? How can anybody who's got any honesty look at these?
And yeah, I was chewing that pen to calm myself because of stupidity. Yeah. Let's just put it this way: that pen is no longer a pen.
Pictures and say, yeah, we wouldn't expect to see that if the Earth was a globe. How? How can you look at something like this? Well, you didn't bring anything like this. I'm trying to rebuke something. You didn't bring anything. You said, oh, we're just going to state that the Earth must be stationary and everyone assumes a horizontal plane. Where are your observations like this? Where are they? You mentioned the black swan. You mentioned that. And what did I say about that in my opening statement? Yeah? We talked about evidence being reproducible and repeatable.
He says the black swan's not reproducible and repeatable. This is what an idiot this guy is.
Yes.
Shows once, first of all, he doesn't understand what the black swan is, what the argument's about, because it means we only need to show one black swan to show not all swans are white, correct?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Secondly, it is reproducible on small demonstratable scales. He can go to Sky Freeze channel if he wants to. We've done so many of these demonstrations. Even on my channel we can show this. And yes, it has been demonstrated many, many times by different people at different times, correct?
Yeah.
So the guy is a literal lying moron. He's not exactly, Jeff. That's what I'm saying. This cat, I don't know. I don't know what.
They're like any old clown teach kids these days. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying, yeah. They're babysitters, that's what they are, they're not teachers.
But I mean, this is like still mild in the debate. It just gets worse for him as we go on. I mean, the only reason it's actually getting somewhere with it is because I'm not allowed to speak yet. But as soon as I'm allowed to speak, I get shut down anyway. I'm not allowed to speak.
You're not really allowed to speak at all, are you?
Yeah.
The black swan is not a reproducible and repeatable.
See, I'm even laughing for it.
Because when you go there 99 times out of 100, this is what you see. This is what you see. Not that.
But another black swan.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what you see. And yet, when you've had 2 weeks to prepare, this is what you bring as your evidence. It took me no time at all to knock this PowerPoint together. Look, I could find that in 2 minutes, find that in 2 minutes, I could find that in 2 minutes, I could find that, I could find that, I could find that.
Look at my
Google Images, that's an 8 PowerPoint.
My honesty when I showed those.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to rebuke something, and you haven't brought anything to rebuke. You just said, we need gas pressure, a container for gas pressure, even though we can't see a dome, there must be something somewhere. That's basically what you said. I am going to ask you in the head-to-head, where are your observations? And if you don't give me observations, I'm going to be reminding you about this.
Hey,
You've had
Fluff
2 weeks
Checker.
to bring observations. I am going to be asking you, do you think that is what we would expect to see if the Earth is a globe? And I'm going to see what your answer is to that. And please show me your observations. Otherwise, the debate's already over because you've literally come to a gunfight with a spoon. Honestly, I haven't got anything to refute because you literally brought nothing, even though the agreement. How long have I got left, Johnny?
Haven't brought anything while I've literally stated what the 3 arguments were and explained why there are the arguments presented. Yeah, but you see how but you see how he's keep repeating himself. You haven't brought anything. You had 2 weeks while I bring my photos from Google that took me 2 minutes to quickly put on screen.
He says it as well. It took me 2 minutes to do this, 2 minutes to do that, 2 minutes to do that. You didn't work very hard at it if it took you 2 minutes for everything.
Frankly, I didn't need 2 weeks to prepare for anything for this guy.
Of course.
It took me a few minutes to write that script, that opening, because I knew what my arguments would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, Face Reality, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate it, mate. You rock. He says, news alert, starting in 2024, all builders and architects will start designing and measuring the floor exclusively by looking up at the ceiling. Clown's globe. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat. That's an awesome super chat, by the way. That's true. Yeah, because why? Why would we need to look at the ground? Because the ground's supposed to be curved, remember? Because sky look curve, ground is curve. Thank you very much for the super chat.
4 minutes. Shall I spend 4 minutes, Flatzoid, reading this email out? Because I feel like doing that. Repeatable and reproducible observations or measurements. Where did you bring observations and measurements in that opening where you just talked about gas pressure needs a container? Where did you bring it? Where did you bring observations that are repeatable and reproducible to tell me that the Earth was stationary? I brought observations. Let's do them again. Look, here's one. That's one. All right, let's count them. Here's another one. Here's another one.
He's just showing pictures on screen.
Right, 2 different observations. One of them we never see because it's made up about the flat Earth. The other one, we do see the sun. That's another one. Right, when we get onto scale later on, you talked about, the Earth being big. Yes, scale.
If this guy thinks bringing Google Images is bringing observations, then wow.
I don't think Conspiracy Cats has ever done a observation in his life. Has anybody actually seen him present observations before?
No.
I watched the clown, to be honest, so I wouldn't know.
He challenged me to a debate once in Arwen's when I remember when he was meant to be debating Nathan. He was meant to be debating me Nathan about a year ago, and I stuck up for Nathan once. He said Nathan was running and all that. He says, "Why don't you take his place?" I went, "Yeah, right. As if I'm going to debate you."
Yeah.
$5,000.
Yeah, like, take that. Because I think Arwen was like, "You're not going to do it, are you?" I'm like, "Of course I'm not going to do it." He's just trying to cause an argument. He's trying to make me look bad. That's what he's trying.
There's only Flats daft enough to debate him.
I enjoy how can I put it, the content. And it's fun. If I don't do it, who's going to do it?
Maybe they go away if nobody entertained them.
Do you think so? I don't think so.
So.
They won't. They'll just make other shit up to do.
Yeah.
These guys are kind of obsessed with us, if you haven't realized.
You know, all these flat earthers that make tune debates 2, 3, 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Who are they like? 'Cause I've never heard any on them.
Well, some of them actually hang around here. Yeah. But they're not really active, though. But yeah, but most of the people he finds to debate are usually like the 24/7 debate or the asylum, from that side.
Scale. Where did you bring anything for me to review? Where? Look, here's another piece of evidence. 200 meters of missing matting. I mean, I don't know where to go with this. Flat Earth. Here's another one. The circular shadow of the Earth over the moon in the lunar eclipse. Another reproducible and repeatable piece of evidence. Where are your observations and measurements? Where are they? I'm waiting. I've been to Australia. I've seen this is real. We can see the moon in there. I
live in the southern quote-unquote hemisphere. I see this every night of my life.
Yeah.
Am I claiming it's a sphere because of that? No. You see, that's what he doesn't get. He's just taking a photo from the internet and saying, observation, repeatable, demonstratable. Does the guy even know what a demonstration is? Because you've seen it many times when the Globies do their so-called moon shadow demonstrations. What does it show you guys? Not what they claim it to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for their sphere. It's really sad.
In the opposite orientation. Something that's impossible, by the way, on a flat Earth. If this was the flat Earth, Flatzoid. Hello. If this was a flat Earth, Flatzoid, have I gone over time? No. Then we were. Sorry, I just heard someone say hello in the background. Then we'd be looking at different sides of the moon. Not the same side of the moon, but it being upside down. You've not brought anything for me to review. I thought you were supposed to be this really intelligent flat earth debater who...
Okay, guys, you heard my opening statement. Argument 1, the earth is stationary. Argument 2, large bodies of water always find level when at rest. Argument 3, gas pressure requires containment. Why is he not debating, arguing against them? Instead, he's showing his pictures again on screen and saying, I didn't bring anything.
Because he hasn't got it for them. That's all he can do.
He can, and it was set up so he could avatar you and shout, and that just totally takes people's minds away from what's going off. It were a tactic. It is no debate, and he's probably no teacher either.
No, not the way he goes on. Otherwise, he'd be a disgrace.
Who was going to give me a hard time, and you've literally come with nothing for me whatsoever. So I'll introduce you to the honesty table I knocked up before the debate. Here's the honesty table. In our debate, God, where is it? Because we're going back honesty. I'm going to be asking you about boats vanishing from the bottom up. I'm going to be asking about the linear relationship between Polaris and latitude. And I'm going to be asking you, are they things you would expect to see on a globe? Put yourself in the position of someone who lives on a globe. Would you expect to see those? And I'm going to be listening very carefully to your answer, and we will see whether you're honest enough to say, well, yeah, we lived on a globe. Of course we'd expect to see boats vanish, bottom up. Of course we'd expect to see that linear relationship. Of course we'd expect to see circumpolar stars and different star trails. And I'm going to be asking you all these, and we'll see. And then I'll tot up as we're going how many times you make an excuse so you don't have to say yes or no. But for now, I just feel as if, honestly, I've had to waffle for 10 minutes because you didn't bring anything. I've got 1 minute left, so in that 1 minute left, I'm going to use it, Flatzoid. In that 1 minute left, right, we'll skip past your amazing geometry here with your, what is it? Your straight right angle that's only possible with this vertices. That was awesome. And we'll go back to the original email, back to the agreement for the debate. And the agreement for the debate was repeatable and reproducible observations or measurements, right? Repeatable and reproducible observations or measurements. Where are your observations? Where are
Cat's
your
brought
measurements?
neither.
He hasn't brought anything.
He brought neither.
He brought nothing. He brought photos from the internet and made a bold claim. This is globe because I say globe.
Exactly.
And then literally just hand-wave dismissed everything I presented, saying I didn't present anything. Ah, it's sad.
I've brought loads. I've kept, I know you like keeping things very simple, so I've kept things very simple. So where are your observations and measurements? And with that, I'll call time.
Ooh. Exactly, Anton. When the Earth moves, we can feel a tiny bit that it's called an earthquake. We feel it. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
No, if Earth really were rotating, no life would exist.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. I mean, think about it. Even if you had to have some kind of really strong earthquake, shouldn't it be taking it off of the tilt? Because what happens when you have, let's say, a top spinning, and all of a sudden it starts having a shudder? Yeah. It goes off of its orbit, remember?
Yeah.
And then it totally goes whack. It doesn't keep its spin anymore. That's what should happen on their beloved globe if we were supposed to have a strong enough earthquake. Because
of course. I mean, things moving on it as well with tides and waves and all that kind of thing, and it's just ridiculous what they claim.
Mm-hmm. I see Victor's getting quite angry with the F curve. Yeah.
Get this reset. This darn thing wants to work. Flatzoid, you have 10 minutes.
Before I start, is there any way I can show my screen now?
You can screen share.
Would I be able to screen share there? Okay, that's why I didn't screen share in the beginning, because I wasn't sure I could. Let's see. Okay, share screen. I'm pressing share screen. Nothing's happening.
Should bring up if you press share screen, it should bring up the screens that you're able to share.
Okay, maybe. Let's see. Can you guys see this?
It says you're started sharing the screen. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Your 10 minutes begins.
Okay, thank you very much, Cats, for lying out to everybody telling me I didn't bring 3 things.
I specifically said the 3 things that were labeled them 1, 2, and 3. If you didn't remember. But let's first start with all your misrepresentations. First of all, telling me, yes, you can see all those things on the globe. I'm not saying you can't, Baldy Cats. The problem is when you say they are physical and not optical, because hence why the Black Swan is there, showing it's optical. That's why I brought up my 11 frames debacle, because that shows you guys dishonest. Also, remember you brought up that vertex thing, telling me I'm dishonest. Let's go and see what's the straight video I did exactly after that, just for Cats. Because Cats seems to ignore this. This video was exclusively for Ranty Dip Correction.
I don't know if I showed it, Jonah.
Should be actual what I meant by right.
Okay, I wish I was a bit more better with showing on screen what I was supposed to show at that time. So I'll quickly show it now. But yeah, the moron doesn't even want to show what was shown. Not live, it was videos. Let's go.
Is there a way you can green screen in the background of your photo and then put the picture up behind you so that way it's forced to be on it? I'm just curious.
There is probably a way I can do it, but it's just gonna take time. I don't think I really have time to do that now, though. Let's quickly go to where that.
Right, I just meant like the next time you do.
Yeah, I can try. I can always try. Yeah, then it shows in the background. Where's my video? Was it this one? No, but was it a short? Sure, it was afterwards. Because I brought it after that other one where it shows with trying to explain it's a 90-degree. I think it was that one. But why is it not showing my second video? Maybe I'm going to show it on there. I don't know. Let's just see. Hopefully I show it.
Angle was the man holding the sextant. Oh wait, what did you tell me? Then you show something like a comment, totally taken.
Because you saw, I actually showed, where I'm actually searching for it and I find it. But now it's not on my YouTube. That's weird. Or maybe I'm looking.
Not really. That happens to me constantly.
Really? Because that's.
Yeah, my videos disappear all the time. They get deleted, or they say that the person who posted it deleted it or something.
I mean, this one is straight after that one. I mean, I brought it literally after that video, like an hour later. After this video.
Yeah, that sunset I last filmed at Blackpool disappeared off my channel.
Okay, so it's gone. But anyway, guys, I brought out a video saying it's the person standing at 90 degrees. So, okay. But anyway.
Taking me out of context. Why? Because you are dishonest, just as you shown. Thank you. Is that a right angle? Because the man is holding it. That was what I meant. So instead of misrepresenting me, rather show the truth. Also, you say we can't show the moon. It would be impossible on a flat earth. You might have to learn perspective, because that's the problem you guys have on the globe. Pay attention. This was 2 nights ago stream. I'm going to actually do an actual demonstration. Let's see. This should be the moon. You see that?
You see, now it's still not showing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to really go to FTFE's one, because this was streamed on FTFE. Should we go look on his rather? Then it shows all the screens what's going on.
Yeah, man.
I think that might be better, because. Sorry, guys, I was still quite new to this. But now we have to go search in his channel for this. It's quite a while ago. Okay, live.
Are you mad, guys? I would never eat anything that I catch here. Are you mad? Have you seen these canals? Right? I would not eat them.
Try and panel kill all.
No, you just saw that one.
I remember when I lost the jack pipe once. I felt really bad. When I couldn't get him off my when I first started lure fishing, couldn't get him off my hook, and I lost him. I felt really bad.
I told you what my mate used to do, didn't I, PJ? I'm not going to repeat it on here, though.
Oh, so it's the kind of fish that you don't want to catch. It's kind of like carp here in America.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but the waters are terrible over here anyway. The canals, you wouldn't eat them. You would have to flush them out for about 2 weeks.
Get Michael to cook one and eat it.
One at fishing ponds up near me got emptied of fish. All Kosovans were catching them, mate.
Oh yeah, yeah. They do it here as well. When I was fishing last year,
they got caught with a big net from one side of the pond to other, dredging it like and get out the fish.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Yeah, they're always sitting fishing there with buckets. They take them home with them.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing at the canal, but if they do that from the pond, with the carp, I don't have it. I tell them now you're putting that back. From the canal, I can't see anything.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I found it.
Well, carps are not bad tasting, but they're bony, really bony.
Yeah.
Problem is when you
guys ready?
Yeah.
Say they are physical and not optical, because hence why the black swan is there, showing it's optical. That's why I brought up my 11 frames debacle, because that shows you guys dishonest. Also, remember you brought up that vertex thing, telling me I'm dishonest.
See, there it is. Came out wrong. See, it's straight after there. There you go.
Yeah.
Why is it not showing on my YouTube? It's a short, yeah. So it is a short.
That's weird.
Let's go and see what's the straight video I did exactly.
Sorry?
You got like a short section.
Yeah, I did, but I looked in the shorts now. I didn't see it there either. But it's fine. We can see it on here.
There's a thumbnail for it or anything.
Exactly after that, just for cats. Because cats seems to ignore this. This video was exclusively for Ranty dip correction. What I meant by right angle was the man holding the sextant. Oh, wait, what did you tell me? Then you show something like a comment totally taking me out of context. Why? Because you are dishonest, just as you shown. Thank you. Is that a right angle? Because the man is holding it. That was what I meant. So instead of misrepresenting me, rather show the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
quite straightforward, correct?
You'd say we can't show the moon. It would be
quite straightforward, correct?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, if he was really honest, he would have showed that and not try and muddy the waters and say, "Oh, this is what he says the right angle is," because that's not what I said.
He knew what you meant, because everybody knows that angle you could see is not a right angle. You know what I mean? So he knew exactly what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not by name; it's sextant.
No,
exactly. A segment. Sextant, segment, 60 degrees. I mean, really straightforward.
What's going to fit it? You might have to learn perspective, because that's the problem you guys have on the globe. Pay attention. This was 2 nights ago stream. I'm going to actually do an actual demonstration. Let's see. This should be the moon. You see that red thing there? That's a lid. That's see-through there. What's going to happen when I go to the other side of the so-called moon? Let's go. Let's move to the other side. Obviously, I'm just talking quickly about it, trying to get it in focus because it was kind of bad.
It's almost like
notice how I'm giving actual demonstrations here. Has he given any demonstrations for anything?
No, just talk a load of pictures and talking crap about them.
Yeah.
Through there. Okay. Now we're going to go to the other side of the globe. Which side is the red lid now, guys?
Oh, wait. Did it change sides now?
The red lid on the bottom or the top?
Huh. This is explained with star trails as well.
There's the red lid.
This is the star trails. The bunk of you also saying it is impossible with that earth.
Oh, he didn't like this very much, Michael. Your car driving past showing rotation. He doesn't like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Michael Kahn, for this video, because it's very simple.
Shout out to Michael Kahn, wherever he is.
Star trails. It's all got to do with perspective. He's standing along the road. He's waiting for the car to come along the side. Okay? Anti-clockwise. What's going to happen when... Well, he's already gone past. Sorry, I have to go back to where he was. Okay, he's going past now. You saw it went from right to left. Anti-clockwise. He just turns around, waits for a car to come again. Now he's facing south and not north anymore. What direction is the car coming from now, cats? Let's wait for the car to come. This is such rudimentary stuff. It's the most simple things you could say. But you being a so-called science teacher, is supposed to know this.
Did you know the drivers, mate? Did you get
While it was
right
forward, now it went clockwise. So that
It's like all you get back is, oh, they're not going anti-clockwise. They're not going clockwise. They're going in straight lines.
Exactly.
It's like if you can't even get your brain around what's going off there, there's something wrong.
I know, it's so simple. So it's a simple demonstration. Well,
you should have been in a car park driving round in circles.
Well, anyway, all he's
boys
going
in
to
the hood are always hot.
exactly, but all he's going to do here is just hand wave dismiss it anyway.
debunks your so-called star trails. This is what I was actually explaining, guys, because this guy is so dishonest, he doesn't want to explain what I'm explaining here. I am doing the math to show you how you got the 600 nautical miles per 10 degrees, because it's to the equator, and why the luminaries appear to drop because of perspective.
Cheers, Flow Checker.
He's
Thank
walking
you for
600
coming, mate.
nautical miles away, which makes 80. There's the math for it. I'm not going to do it because I don't have so much time. But I do have this on my stream, very comprehensive, explaining this. Then I also explain it with the field of view, the reason why it appears to be dropping, because it follows your field of view bubble. You know, optics. That's how it works. Okay, what else? Oh, yes. Calculations are not measurements. You're supposed to know this. My graph...
Yeah, when will they ever get this correct? They still think calculations are measurements. They're never going to get this right, are they? I mean, for a science teacher, that's something very important to know. The difference between a measurement and a calculation.
Yep.
You wouldn't be able to become a science teacher if you didn't know the difference.
Exactly. A measurement, you usually physically measure something. Calculation, you do it in your napper or in a calculator.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Do it in your napper.
Which you misrepresented, like I just showed. Lunar eclipses can work on a flat Earth too, because we see it as plasma. Can plasma regenerate itself? Yes, it can. Blackpool towers. I even showed Blackpool towers a while back. I think it was trying to see if I have the other...
Notice how I'm the one keep on bringing up actual demonstrations of everything we're talking about. Not just saying, look at picture from Google.
Presentation,
that's what an honest man does.
Somewhere. Where did I put it at the bottom here? Because I actually showed you how focal length can give the appearance of drop. Okay, it's not on this one. File open. If it's going to open. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, they don't like this either.
Zapier's.
They hate this actually, because they think the guy didn't move. They say he moved and zoomed in. Not knowing he took different focal length camera. He took different lenses with different focal lengths at exactly the same distance, and it gave this apparent compression drop.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You
There we
can
go.
tell
This is a 12 millimeter.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, you can tell if you look at image bits are like contorted. Like you can tell that it's not just moving.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like look at jacket.
But I mean, this is taken from exactly the same distance, the same height, everything. Only difference is the lens. This is a 12 millimeter lens and a 200 millimeter lens. What does it look like? What happens to everything here? Look at the difference between everything. Would you say, just looking at the 200 milliliters lens, it looks like there's a curve behind her?
No.
Yeah, it looks like it's curving away. You don't see that mountain anymore. That light pole was
I see
there,
it's
chest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
That pole was at her chest. The telephone pole is now at her waist.
Yeah. of course.
It's insane. I mean, it's not difficult to understand. It's just optical.
Like the thing with Blackpool Tower, and like if you've ever been to Blackpool, them mountains are phenomenally far away from the tower. They're gonna look smaller.
Exactly.
It's even ridiculous to try and say that they won't.
Yeah, but like the thing what I'm pointing out here, exactly the same distance, Exactly the same elevation, everything. The only thing changed is the lens on the camera. Does that cause the Earth to decide, oh, I think we forgot to show Earth curve, so let's quickly show Earth curve? That's insane. And by the way, he ignored this totally. He didn't even try to rebut this.
You know, I was looking at the other way around.
You see, this globe Earth is an hijacking in it, a perspective. That's
exactly.
All
it is.
And that's why they argue against. To admit perspective, it's a game over for.
The same distance, everything, 200 millimeter. Look at the difference. Look at the compression. Is it dropping in her background? Yes, it's dropping in the background. Why? All because the compression due to parallax and the focal length change. That's why we get Blackpool Tower, like it does. Very simple stuff. My belief in God is very apparent. I do, but that's not why I say flat Earth. I've only recently brought up God in a debate because I find it very interesting to debate it as well. There's a lot of my subscribers that are also faith-based, and so we chat about God. You taking that comment was total misrepresentation of what is the context. Maybe the people should go and read the actual thread. What else? Didn't bring anything at all, yet all I've done is bring things. I've even explained to you what it is. And again, your globe is science, pseudoscience, as I explained, not science. So please bring for me science for anything you've just presented, because you claiming science, so it is your burden to prove by bringing science. Black swan is not repeatable. Yes, it is repeatable over and over because it's refraction. When you bring refraction up, it means it's optical. Why is the horizon behind the so-called oil rigs? That's because it's refracted, it's optical. The whole argument of the black swan is saying because you are changing Earth's geometry, you are throwing the radius away. You cannot have a refracted horizon behind a refracted oil rig. Do you get your problem here? Thank you very much. That's all I need for now. Yeah, that's all I can think about.
They're very selective when it comes to the refraction.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the gravity.
Television, you sound slightly triggered, Flatzoid. I was getting kind of angry because the guy was being very dishonest. He was just saying, I'm not presenting anything, not giving rebuttal to anything, yet I'm the one showing demonstrations on screen. I'm the one explaining everything. I'm literally, how can I put this in simple terms? The only one bringing something.
Yeah, and he's claiming otherwise.
But this is a thing, mate. You're not debating honest people.
No. Especially that.
If it were a proper debate set up properly, these people won't even be able to take part in it.
Ian, yes, I actually did a stream on this. I actually want to do it again. You guys want us to do a stream on this subject again?
You did that just before you had the big debate with
with him. But you want us to actually do this subject again, because I think a lot of people would find this interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And I can also, maybe I can show you observations of doing bottom-up obstruction, because you seem to forget every time I do this. Let's go look at my channel again, where I show bottom-up obstruction, where we do it over and over and over. Hence, I even show sun setting on a flat earth for Mattoon. Very weird how we get that right, but it's impossible on a flat earth. Explaining eye level and horizon on a flat earth. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes.
Cool. Look at that. They're showing it different things. These are all demonstrations I've actually done showing bottom-up obstruction. This one is a killer though. You might want to sit back for this one, cats. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're not going to play music, obviously. You see, this is just the one nut showing there. Just want to quickly forward a bit so we can get to where it's actually showing bottom-up obstruction on the flat surface. Very odd. Now, this is an actual aluminium flat bar and saying I'm dishonest. Rather, you stop being dishonest and showing you misrepresent and pull things out of your ass. Thank you very much.
All right. We will
I like the way you said that.
Yeah, I just want to say if there's issues buffering, it's not me. It seems to be YouTube, guys. So just refresh. It should be okay.
Yep.
Is there a way I can unshare?
You should just be able to press stop screen sharing. I could probably do it for you.
Would you be able to do it for me?
Yeah, there we go. Done it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now we're going to get into the live discussions, guys.
All right.
That
We are now going to get into the question and answer portion of this. If we have any direct questions.
Watch how he squirms, yeah.
Well, it was open discussion first before the question and answer between them.
Sure.
I've got a question, if that's okay. If I can kick off with Flatzoid, is that all right?
Let's
100%.
Okay, it's two very quick questions. I will be extremely quick. I'll be less than a minute. The first one is you talked about the moon and you did your lamp experiment. Let's just compare the moon here to the moon here. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. They're identical, but one is upside down compared to the other. Thank you for your lamp experiment. I took screenshots of that while you were doing it. Here's the lamp from one side. Here's the lamp from the other side. Look at that. Are they identical, or are we seeing different parts of each lamp? So thank you.
Yeah. I wasn't even prepared for that, but you can literally just turn your camera around like you did with the cars moving across the screen, and it goes show this. One thing he also has to realize, do you know the moon rotates in a clockwise fashion while it is moving across the sky as well?
Yeah, it moves a little round and kind of goes back again, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen observations where the people sit and they take observations from their same location, and you literally see the moon moving around like a clock throughout the night.
Well, the moon is what we based the clocks on in the first place. The moon and the sun.
Moon and the sun are just, like the Bible even says, it's set for our times, seasons and times.
Meaning.
Thank you for actually debunking yourself live on FTP. That's brilliant. Now, here's my second question. We agreed, let's go right back to the very first slide. We agreed that we would each bring 3 observations or measurements that repeatedly and reproducibly supported our own model of the Earth, right? I am going to say now, take me 10 seconds. I will bring objects, including the sun disappearing behind the horizon. I will choose star trails in the north and south and on the equator. And I will choose the shadow of the Earth on the moon. There's my 3. I did it very quickly. Can you, Flatzoid, just as succinctly, can you just tell me in order so I can write them down, 1, 2, and 3, what observations and or measurements you've brought that you would only expect on a flat Earth? Off you go.
I did explain this on my opening presentation.
So number 1 is, I'm writing it down, number 1 is...
No, guys, over talking me already, guys.
This is where he starts muting you.
Yeah, I literally just start talking and he talks over me.
What about all that evidence you've just brought?
Exactly. But notice, I just opened my mouth and he starts over talking me already. Okay? Just pay attention.
Is what?
Stationary Earth because we observe it, sir.
Hang on, sorry. So you would expect on a flat Earth for the Earth to be stationary?
Yes, because that's what we observe.
Okay. So what does the shape of the Earth have to do with motion?
Now?
What does the shape of the Earth have to do with motion?
Are you busy observing?
See what he's doing? Over talking me straight away. Wants me to give him what I've already said, and then he wants to over talk me. That's already showing he's lost.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Signs are a loser.
He's already lost. The guy knows he's got nothing because I can tell he was quivering in his boots when I showed all those demonstrations, because I have actual demonstrations and presentations for everything he's presented.
He knew it from the start.
Movement now.
So we're talking about the shape of the Earth. What does the shape? Why does the Earth be stationary?
Remember, it's
I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished yet.
All right.
I haven't finished.
Let's try not to overtalk each other.
Well, I'll tell you, we're going to your points number 2 and 3. We're going to points number 2 and 3. So you've basically said.
No, we're still number 1.
No. I just want your 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll discuss them. So number 1, you said stationary. Give us number 2.
Can we first finish number 1, Katz?
Just give us your 1, 2, 3, and then we'll discuss them in order. Give me number 2. Do
Why
you have a number 2? Do you have one?
I had it in my presentation. Wow, you forgot about it already.
Yeah.
But no, look what the moderator is going to do now.
Yes, I did. So please tell me, because not only am I confused, but everyone watching the chat is confused. What's your number 2?
Large bodies of water at rest level. Hence the Nile River. Hence the Suez Canal. Hence I even gave salt flats. Hence I even gave railways.
What's your number 3?
Gas pressure requires containment.
Sorry, that's not an observation that the Earth must be flat. What's your number 3?
Of course it's an
Gas
observation.
pressure requires.
Of course it is, yeah. Guy's a moron.
What does he mean by that? It's not an observation. Yes, it is.
He doesn't want it to be an observation.
Yeah. And this is a guy who's teaching kids, yeah? No wonder we've got good ballers.
And the thing is, he's actually conceded that in his statement there where he showed, look, when I teach my 11-year-olds containment needed for gas pressure, so it's observed then. Idiots.
What does he do in front of his kids? He gets a balloon out and blows it up.
Yeah, exactly. Showing gas pressure in containment.
That's not an observation that the Earth must be flat. Listen to the link between them. What is your observation or measurement that says the Earth must be flat?
No, he just talks over me the whole time.
Show me a flat Earth narrative.
Show you a flat Earth. I can't do that. It doesn't exist.
Show me a flat Earth that does not have containment, please.
Show you a flat Earth. I can't because it doesn't exist. What is your third piece of Flatzoid, I did it very quickly. Things going behind the horizon. Star Trek.
He's a disgusting moron.
Yes.
And I noticed that the moderator does nothing. He's just sitting there, letting him over talk me. And when I finally say, "Can you please stop over talking me?" then he tells me to keep quiet and answer cats.
When you say you doubt he's a teacher, I believe it because that's who they hire. They hire people like him that can deceive people. That's why they do it.
And I mean, teachers don't behave this way.
Obviously not, but that doesn't mean he's not really a teacher.
Yeah, otherwise he's a really bad teacher.
It's a shadow.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He's not a good teacher, but yeah, he probably is a teacher. Why he would lie about that, but you never know.
The shadow of the Earth.
I debunked your Star Trails. Debunked your shadow of the moon.
Give me your number 3.
It was on 180. Do you understand?
Give me your number 3. The chat are waiting, but everybody in the chat is asking where your third point is. Where's your number? Where's your third observation? Where's your third?
Can you stop over talking me? Thank you. Okay, Baldy Cats. First, number 1.
All right, I'm going to.
See, he muted me, yeah.
Yeah.
This is where he muted me. Now, this is when we should go back to my channel quickly, so you can hear what I'm saying while he muted me.
You wouldn't skip the top story.
But yeah, that's what he did to me. He muted me because I'm asking him to answer me.
All right, I'm going to.
See, he muted me, yeah. Oh, yeah. Am I on the wrong one? Sorry. I should have gone there. Okay.
Evidence for so
can plasma regenerate? Why you?
Okay, it's wrong. We're not there yet.
The sun setting is to.
I think it's around about here.
So absolutely, all I want is a.
Okay.
That's not an observation.
It is observation because
what's number 3?
Gas pressure requires containment.
That's not an observation that the Earth must be flat.
Yes,
Listen
it is because
what is your observation or measurement that says the Earth must be flat? What is it?
Show me a flat Earth narrative that does not have containment, please. Show me a flat Earth that does not have containment, please.
Show you a flat Earth? I can't because it doesn't exist. What is your third piece?
Thank you.
Flatzoid, I did it very quickly.
I was sitting at you. Why are you running?
Star Trails, the shadow of the
I debunked your Star Trails. I debunked your shadow of the moon because it was on 180. Do you understand that?
Give me your number 3.
Gas pressure requires containment. Gas pressure requires containment. Gas pressure. Can you stop over talking me? Thank you. Okay, Baldy Cats. First, number 1. You do not.
See, he muted me. Host muted you. While I'm talking.
Sure.
That's a very good moderator, huh?
Brilliant moderator.
Now listen what the moderator is going to do while I'm talking here.
Go ahead and take control really quick.
Take control? Control of what? While I'm talking? The only time I do get to talk, he takes control, apparently.
That's pure bias or just a setup.
Just welcome it, mate, because it proves them to be dishonest.
It is, yeah. But don't worry, I even tell him he's biased, and then he tells me that's not true.
Too much over talking to each other. I think, Flatzoid, there has been a reasonable question to provide your 3 observations that you would expect on a flat Earth. If you could just give us a 1, 2, 3 really quick, and then I think that's where the hang.
You see what I'm saying? You're saying it's my fault.
Unbelievable.
That's messed up. Telling me I'm the one that's giving the fault. I should give him what the 1, 2, 3. And how much times did I give it now? Who can repeat what I've said? It's crazy.
Once we have those, I believe, I don't want to speak for Baldy Cats, but I do believe that once he has that, he will agree to discuss each one as they go. Correct, Baldy Cats? I have requested for you to unmute, so.
So absolutely, all I want is a quick, just like I did. 1, 2, 3. Here's my piece of evidence, and we can talk about it.
All right.
Okay, number 1, stationary Earth. Number 2, level water. Number 3, gas pressure requires containment.
So I'm going to start with number 3, gas pressure requires containment, because my observations speak for themselves. All right, my observations are very clear. I can take photographs of them. They speak for themselves.
You see, I'm going to take number 3, which is gas pressure containment. Now showing things on the screen that's got nothing to do with gas pressure containment, correct?
Yeah.
And then saying what I show speaks for themselves. Hey, Stephanie.
Because they are so easy to see. I'm going to ask you again. The debate was to bring 3 pieces of evidence to show that the Earth was flat. Can you succinctly tell me, and I'll be quiet, but can you tell me why your statement of gas pressure requires containment means the Earth must be flat? Go.
Easy, because it means it's not a globe, because you require gravity, which contradicts what gas pressure is. Every single flat Earth narrative is in containment. That's why.
Perhaps I could ask a clarifying question.
White knighting for conspiracy cats again? Why is he even talking? Did I not rebut Baldy Cat's statement now? And now this moderator's white knighting for him, asking me questions. You understand?
Yeah.
Was it let's debate Johnny O with Baldy Cats, or was it let's debate Baldy Cats?
I was going to say, who are you debating here?
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Something's off there. Weird how that works.
Just to make sure that everyone understands the point that you're trying to make, are you suggesting that a globe cannot have a container?
Yes, because it's considered an open system.
So you're basing that on the globe model?
No. No, I'm basing it on the flat Earth. He's trying to ask me why it would mean it's a flat. So I'm just showing him why, compared to the globe model, it has to be flat. That's why.
Okay, so to clarify, what you're saying is that you're not saying that globes are impossible of having a container. You're just saying based on the globe model that it doesn't have a container.
Exactly, yeah.
Just making sure.
Very straightforward.
I brought, we can see on screen, actual photographic observations that show that clearly the Earth isn't stationary because...
Now he's moving on. See, we're talking about gas pressure of the container, correct? Now he's talking again, showing the Earth is not stationary. What the hell?
Well, he lost on that one, so...
Yeah, he didn't even try and rebut it at all.
We have star trails. So can you tell me how the image I'm looking at now, the image that's on the screen now, how does that show you that the Earth is stationary?
First of all, we haven't finished my number 1 and 2 yet. You've also skipped
number 1 is stationary Earth, so we are literally doing your number 1 right now. Your number 1 was stationary Earth. So we are
star
finishing
trails. Okay, I debunked it by just showing you a demonstration with the cars going left to right. It's all got to do with perception.
So that's not the question. I'm going to clarify the question.
That is.
Really clearly, so everybody on your channel and everybody on this channel can hear the question, and I want you to respond to the question I'm asking. The question I am asking is, how does this observation on the screen, because you're not showing any observations, how does this observation on the screen...
I'm not showing any observations, he says, guys.
Guy's an idiot. Absolute lie.
While I had literally showing demonstrations.
Show you that the Earth is stationary. Does this, and this is the honesty test, is this not exactly what you would expect to see on a spherical rotating Earth? Which one?
You can see this on a flat Earth too, because it's the stars moving.
Let's do this in two points at a time.
You're being very biased
Would
here.
you expect to see this Would you expect to see this on a spherical rotating Earth? Yes or no?
Yes, I never said you wouldn't.
Perfect.
But you
well,
are.
I say
but you asking
you
me.
wouldn't be able to on a flat Earth.
But I just debunked you with
wouldn't.
that. But so you're just ignoring the actual demonstration that debunked you.
There is no
Actual demonstration.
Flatzoid. I'm sat here wondering where your demonstration was. What
Did you not see the car go past?
You took a picture of the lamp in your living room.
No, that was for the
walked
moon.
From one side of it to another.
Why are you moving to the
and then
moon?
you said,
Sorry,
"There we go,
Johnny.
Star Trek
Johnny, can
people."
you stop talking over me? Can you please
I'll
ask
stop.
him to stop talking over me?
All right. Seeing as how the demonstration is in question, could you please demonstrate or show your demonstration once again so we can witness this and have a better understanding of what that demonstration is?
I still don't understand. What do we have to realize what the demonstration is about? It's very simple.
It's all about confusing the audience.
That's all that is. That's crazy. I mean, the cars go left to right, and then you change your position, goes right to left. The cars are still going exactly the same direction. They just appear to go in a different direction due to your location, the way you're looking at it, perception.
Yeah. You asked him to tell Flat to shut up, and he goes and asks you to do a demonstration again. What kind of obfuscation is that?
Exactly. I'm asking him, just, Katz is over talking me. Tell him to literally just answer me, and he's telling me what I should do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've got like a few minutes left, and then we're going to have to stop because the power's going off at 11. Suck that we had to stop so early. But I think Wednesday we can carry on with part 2 of this. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the sound.
Okay, I'm going to try and get it up again.
What she said?
Oh, you beat me to it. I was literally unmuting myself to say that.
That's actually a good one.
Thank you very much, Faciality, for your super chat. For your $2 super chat. It says, antipodal people is unproven and never will be. SMH. Exactly. It will never be. It has never been and can't be because it's not true. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah. I think we're going to have to end here, guys. Because so just remember 57 minutes. We'll start there on Wednesday, 57 minutes. Oh shit, I went out. That was bad. Sorry. Let's try and go back in. But thanks, guys, all for coming. It's really, really appreciative. Okay, let's try again. Sorry, guys, I pressed the wrong one out.
What is this about your electricity? What do you mean it goes out? You mean your government shuts off the power at 11 o'clock at night?
At different times. We've gone on to stage 6 now, so we're off more than we're on. So it goes off for 4 to 5 hour stints, and then comes on for 1 to 2 hours, and it's off again for another 4 or 5 hours.
Why? I don't understand.
Because apparently
rolling blackouts. What?
Yeah, because apparently our power can't supply the whole of South Africa anymore, because they export all our coal. It's nice. Rather export everything instead of using it for our for us, the people that pay tax.
What's
for this.
that like? It
sucks.
That's got to be the most horrible thing. Yeah, I was going to say that would really upset me. Like badly.
Really sucks. And I mean, even people that now get solar panels, they are totally not dependent on the government.
Useless.
They want to put tax on for them. The government even wants them to pay tax for using the sun to power their homes.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That makes a lot of sense.
It's just a criminal organization. That's all.
Yep. Yeah. When you realize that, that's when you'll be better off. Even though it does suck and it makes you depressed, but the truth is you have to realize that this world is owned by the devil and he does what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. And as much as you think that you can change a lot of that, a lot of times you can't really do it. All you can do is live with it and try to tell people about it so that they don't get duped by it. Right. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's true. Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to end the show so I can switch the computer off before the power goes off. But tomorrow night, it's Michael Kahn's awesome stream. He has...
It's at midnight, though.
Yeah, it's at midnight, so it's going to be a bit later. An hour after now, guys. No, 2 hours after now.
Vicky's got
no, an hour. Hour later than now tomorrow night.
Listen, I'm going to be struggling to keep my own eyes open.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute every time I talk. I'm gonna have to mute because Vicky snores like mad.
I do not.
I'm on a truth channel and you tell me I'm lying.
Michael, I think you should go sleep and then set your alarm and make sure you wake up. Hopefully you wake up.
Yeah. It will wake up.
I'll try to be there with you, bro. Keep you awake.
Yeah, it's a bit too late for me though. 1 a.m. for me is going to be a bit hectic.
Send me an invite though, that way I won't miss out.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, just want to say thank you all for coming. Really appreciate all the super chats. If you haven't already, please hit the likes and share the show. It really, really does help. I'll see you all Wednesday night for part 2 of this, hopefully without any interruptions like we did now with the sound and stuff. Really, really appreciate all the support. You guys rock. Without your support, there wouldn't be a channel. So I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thanks for coming, guys.
Peace.